Hi, and welcome to Let's Bake and Cook Stuff. I'm Mary, and today I'm making an applesauce cake. And I'm really making it because my daughter gave me a couple bags of apples, so I made some apple juice and some applesauce with it because it was so much. There's no way you could eat that many apples. And so I said, how about a delicious applesauce cake? And so here we are. I'm going to start off with 1/2 of a cup of shortening. If you don't have shortening, you could use butter. 1.5 cups of granulated sugar. 1/2 of a cup of brown sugar. We're going to beat this on medium for about 2 minutes. Okay, this has been beating for about 2 minutes. Now I'm going to add 1 egg and about a teaspoon of vanilla extract. You should always measure stuff when you're baking. Okay, we're going to beat that in until it's combined. Now for our dry ingredients, I have 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1/2 of a cup of whole wheat flour. And if you want to use just all-purpose, go right ahead. You don't have to get the wheat. If you don't already have it, I wouldn't go out and get it just for 1/2 of a cup, okay? Now I have 2 teaspoons of baking soda and 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice. If you don't have pumpkin pie spice, just use like 1/2 teaspoon of cloves, 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, and 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg if you want, okay? But I like that because it's all in one. Now I forgot I need to chop up these walnuts. Now I like them chopped up pretty good sized pieces. I mean, they do need to be chopped up because these are halves, but I like them in pretty good size, so I'm chopping them. If I wanted them smaller, I'd put them in the food processor. I want them nice and, good sized chunks. I want to know I'm eating a walnut when I bite into it. Also, here I have 3/4 of a cup of dried cranberries, the raisins, and I put 1 cup of hot water just to plump them back up and give them a little more life again. Now I'm going to drain those. Okay, now we're going to be adding, I have 1.5 cups of applesauce. You wondered where the applesauce was coming in since it's applesauce cake. And I have 1/2 cup of apple juice. Now, if you don't have the apple juice, just use water or milk or some other kind of liquid. Turn it on low. And we'll put about 1/3 of it. Don't measure it, just eyeball it. You know I suck at eyeballing, but this I can do because it really doesn't matter a whole lot. You want to get that incorporated a little at a time. It just makes for a better cake. But I will tell you a little secret. When I was just starting out baking, I was 8 years old, and when I would bake a cake, I would just dump everything in. Now we're going to put about 1/2 of this applesauce and apple juice mixture. Again, we're just eyeballing it. Now we want about 1/2 of this flour mixture in here. I'm going to wipe this down a little bit. That looks like a lot of that flour is sticking to the side. Now I'm going to add the rest of my applesauce and apple juice mixture. Again, if you're using water or milk or, even like coconut milk or something, if you like that extra little coconutty flavor in there, that wouldn't hurt anything. Okay, let's get that in there. And now the rest of the flour mixture. Okay, you want to beat that just until it's incorporated. We are going to wipe these sides down one more time. Now I'm adding in my plumped up raisins. You can add raisins. You could also do chopped dates or any kind of chopped apricots, whatever floats your boat with that regard. This is 1 cup of walnuts chopped. I want to show you my little trick here. This is shelf liner, and I use it. I cut it to the size of my board, but you don't have to do that. And then it keeps it from scooting around when you're trying to chop up stuff. I know, right? You're welcome. All right, let's get this mixed in, and then we're going to bake a cake. You want to stir that just to incorporate those nuts and raisins, or raisins. I have a 9 by 13 pan, a 9-inch by 13-inch pan. Notice I'm putting it on this. Notice I'm putting it on this thing too, that it also won't move. You can also use a wet kitchen towel. Okay, this is going to go in a 300-degree preheated oven for about 40 minutes. We'll check it for doneness. I don't usually do the toothpick thing. If you stick a toothpick in the center and it comes out clean, and it's done. But what I like to do is I just like to touch it between the center and the side of the pan, right in the middle there, like right about here, I just like to touch it gently with my finger. And if that pops back up, if it stays in, it needs to still be baked. But if it pops right back up, you're done. All right, we'll see you back here in 40 minutes. We're back. That actually took like 55 minutes at a 300-degree oven. So, check it, at 40 minutes and see how your oven's doing. I have had issues with this oven since I got it. So it's probably the oven, but it could be, my recipe. So anyway, the apple cake is ready to eat. It's still warm. This pan is actually quite hot. I'm going to go ahead and cut it, and we're going to see what it looks like inside. Best apple cake ever. Look at that. You can see those raisins in there and those nuts. I'll put some on the plate too, just to make it pretty. Doesn't that look delicious? It does, because it is. I'm just saying. Time to try it. You wish you were here. Okay, this cake is really great. It's got apples, it's got nuts, it's got raisins. It's delicious. You should try this, but do it in the evening or in the early morning because it's too hot to bake right now. Thank you for watching me today while I'm sharing with you my recipe for applesauce cake. If you'd like to see more videos from me, hit that subscribe button. If you have any comments, leave them below. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. You take care now.